Hi everyone, I'm Hikaru with Mythos Creations, and this is going to be a tutorial for how to wash, condition, and detangle your wig all in one go. Things you'll need are a ratty looking wig, a wide tooth comb. You can go thinner, but I really don't recommend it because you'd have to be really patient in the combing part. Maybe you are, I'm not. Wide tooth is better though. Fabric softener. It doesn't need to be anything special. This is just $2 at Drug Warehouse or whatever. A sink and water. You'll also probably need a wig head. I use a wig head later on, as you'll see. If you don't have one, we can probably still get through this. It'll just be a little more time consuming and annoying, but if you have a wig head, definitely set one aside. So the first thing you're gonna need to do is stop up your sink and fill it up with some water. I like to do half water, half fabric softener. So I'll just go ahead and grab out a measuring cup here. I'm going to start out with 2 cups of water and 2 cups of fabric softener. I'll probably end up adding more water, which will make it no longer a 50-50, separation. But I don't think this is going to be enough water to get a good base on my sink. 1 cup, yeah, I can already tell. 2 cups. I'm just going to go ahead and do 4. 3 cups. 4 cups. And it smells so good. Your wig will smell really nice afterwards too. Yeah. And since this is a cheap brand, this is more liquidy. If you have like a nice fabric softener, then it's going to be thicker and you'll want to use less of the fabric softener. But for this cheapy liquidy stuff, yeah. 1 cup and 2 cups. Now I'm just going to look at my mixture here, swirl it around with my finger. Say that's a good mix. 4 cups of water and 2 cups of the fabric softener. See if I can get you, maybe hard to tell, but okay. So now the next step is to dunk the wig inside the mixture. You'll want to kind of stir it up a little bit with your hand, and then you're just going to let it marinate for like half an hour. Okay, just gonna move it in here, make sure it's completely soaked with the fabric softener mixture. Oh, while I'm marinating here, add on, you always want to use cold water. Hot water or even warm water can and will remove the styling from your wig. Some of you may be saying, well, my wig has heat-resistant fibers. And I say to that, don't tempt fate. I have lost a heat-resistant fiber wig to hot water before, so just always stick with cold water. Okay, I've got my wig really well dispersed in the water. I'm just going to let it sit here for half an hour and then I'll be back. Okay, now what we want to do is take our wig out of the sink. Go ahead and drain out your fabric softener mixture. And if your wig is anywhere near as dirty as mine was, you'll be kind of embarrassed at how dirty your fabric softener now looks. But that's good because we want it to be clean. So let out the water. Now take your dripping wet wig and start gently squeezing out the excess. You'll notice that your wig is rather slippery from all that fabric softener, which is good because that's going to help us with the detangling process. Alright, now that your wig is no longer dripping wet, just regular wet, that would be a good time to get your wig head. Again, if you don't have one, you can still manage without it. It's just going to take longer. You'll have to be more patient. So I'm going to go get my wig head and my stand, and I will be right back. Okay, so now you've got your wig on your wig head and you're ready to start combing out the tangles. Now, whenever you detangle a wig, it's the opposite of human hair. If you were brushing your own hair, you would start up here and you would come down. With a wig, you want to start at the bottom and slowly make your way up as you get more tangles out until you're all the way at the top. So I'm going to start doing that. Starting at the bottom, gently combing. Okay, now you're done brushing out all of the tangles. You should have something similar to this. Your wig will still be wet, of course, so you're going to need to leave your wig alone for however long it takes for it to dry. My wig is rather short, so it'll probably be dry within a few hours, but if needed, you could always leave yours sitting out overnight. Just going to squeeze out some more excess water. Okay. Also, my wig didn't really lose any fibers because I was pretty careful with my combing and it wasn't super tangled. If your wig is more tangled, you'll probably have some wig hairs that have come loose. Just go ahead and snip those off at the end right now while the wig is still wet. And then leave it be so it can dry, and then we'll come back when it's dry to finish up. Okay, so now your wig is dry. It's going to have a slightly coarse feeling to it, but now we're going to comb it out to get rid of that. So take your wide tooth comb, or you can also use a wig brush if you have one. Not a regular human hair brush, a wig brush. They look different. And start combing. You can comb from the top now if you like, since it's already detangled. Just gently comb. You're just going to separate the fibers. Another thing I really like about fabric softener is it puts that slight shine back in your wig that you had when you first bought it, but over time it just kind of loses it. Just kind of pick it up and drop it with your fingers. You're just still separating the fibers. Okay, all done. Now your wig is tangle free. It smells amazing. And it's nice and soft. Once again, ready for you to put whatever style you want into it. Just a quick parting word before I leave you. As you have already discovered, wigs are expensive, so you want to protect your investment. Keep your wigs clean, and I recommend when you store them, you keep them either in the netting that they came in, or in some kind of wig box, in a Ziploc bag. Keep them in something that will keep them protected from the elements and dirt. The exception to this would obviously be if you have some kind of giant style that you couldn't safely put in a bag, but even then I would recommend keeping it on a wig head. Don't just throw it in the corner of your room or who knows what could happen to it. These are an investment. Treat them right. Hope this tutorial was helpful. If it was, subscribe or visit Mythos Creations on the web at mythoscreations.com or facebook.com/mythoscreations.